Your brain, keeping your mind sharp as you age. There are many not-so-fun side effects of getting older, and many reasons not to look forward to the inevitable march of time. While many of the downsides we tend to focus on, though, are to do with our bodies failing us, perhaps even worse is when our minds start to give in, and we find ourselves becoming more forgetful and much slower in our thinking. Even if we don't necessarily suffer from any specific condition such as dementia, we can still find ourselves getting slower in our thoughts and struggling to keep up with everyone else, which can be immensely upsetting and isolating. It doesn't have to be that way, though. And if you are willing to put in the time and the effort, your brain can be strengthened and kept young just like a muscle. Here, we will look at how you can keep your brain sharper and prevent some of that age-related cognitive decline. Exercise. Exercising is an important way to keep your body strong and healthy as you get older, as we've already seen, but it has other benefits besides the obvious. One of the most useful of these is the way it can help to strengthen your brain. And if you've ever struggled with short-term memory loss as you've gotten older, it may interest you to know that memory improvement is one of the main effects of starting a new exercise regime, and particularly one involving lots of cardio. We've already looked at the best ways to train as you get older, and so now you have even more reason to follow that regime. Use. The saying, use it or lose it, is definitely one that applies here. And using our brain regularly in creative ways is one of the very best ways you can avoid letting it start to deteriorate. The best uses are ones that involve forward planning and using numbers, so games like chess or even computer games are ideal. That said, though, anything will help, even just reading occasionally. When you use these kinds of activities, you are training what is known as working memory. This is the type of memory that is crucial for fluid intelligence, the type that is often lost as you age. Diet. The right diet can do wonders for looking after your brain and helping to prevent the onset of various neurological diseases or general deterioration. Particularly useful are fatty acids such as omega-3, which you can get from fish and supplements. Omega-3 fatty acid can not only increase cell membrane permeability to improve the communication between neurons, but it also combats inflammation, which can damage the brain. Vitamins such as B9, also known as folic acid, which can be found in fruits and vegetables, and amino acids. Proteins, which you can get from meat or from supplementation. They are used to create important neurotransmitters, chemicals that aid our memory, and more. But there are countless more nutrients and ingredients in our diet that can have a profound impact on our brain function. Magnesium aids relaxation and brain plasticity. Lutein appears to help support memory, as well as protecting the eyes as we age. Choline from eggs is used to create acetylcholine, a substance that regulates activity throughout the brain. The list goes on and on and on. The thing to understand here is that damage to the brain can be cumulative, and that going without important minerals and vitamins won't just damage your brain function in the short term, but also in the long term. If you are constantly starving the brain of the things it needs, then you can cause depression, stunt learning, and ultimately cause the brain to start deteriorating rather than growing. The longer this goes on, the worse the damage will be. Other ingredients such as antioxidants can help to protect your brain against damage in the first place, by protecting the cells in this case. Caffeine is also being shown in studies to reduce the likelihood of developing Alzheimer's or dementia. So, seek out healthy, nutritious foods. Avoid empty calories. Recognize that your diet is not just about fueling your body, but also building your body and your brain. Lifestyle. Similarly, your lifestyle can also have an impact on your mental health. Things like your sleep regime and fresh air can affect your brain, while alcohol consumption can also have a big impact. Live in a manner that is conducive to good brain health, and you will get more benefit from the better diet and other changes. Again, this is cumulative, and it's key to note that small amounts of damage that you cause now can add up and ultimately cause severe problems. Alcohol and smoking are particularly bad for you. This will absolutely ruin the way you look and cause you to physically age very quickly, causing everything from stained teeth to premature wrinkles. But they can also damage your brain by killing brain cells. Lack of sleep and stress likewise will cause a large amount of physical and mental damage, and will actually speed up the death of cells, while also weakening your immune system. Finally, Consider something that is very often overlooked: physical damage to your brain. There is a strong correlation between traumatic head injury and the onset of things like Parkinson's and dementia. Boxers and other athletes often acquire brain damage that affects their health negatively in older age. Likewise, many of us will experience injuries from falls, from driving accidents, and more that will cause small changes to our brain that we might not notice. Many of us are living right now with a minor brain injury. So, wear helmets, avoid contact sports that jolt the brain, and basically just look after that gray matter of yours. It's incredibly important and incredibly soft.